You don't need a coach. That's today's message. You don't need a coach. Nobody does. Nobody ever needs a coach. This is like one of the biggest myths of coaching that I hear over and over again. So nobody needs a coach. You don't need a coach. So why bother with a coach, you might ask? It's a very good question. One of the things that I hear in this myth a lot is people have a perception that for some reason, if you need a coach, then you must have hit the end of your line, you must have run out of your resources, you must be really desperate, you must be failing somehow, you must be not good enough, you must be weak somehow, failing in life. I mean, the list goes on. And these might be not so much perceptions that you have about needing a coach, but they might be the perceptions that people in your network have. Oh, what do you need a coach for? Well, can't you just figure it out yourself? And I want to tell you today that that's not why you need a coach. That's absolutely why you don't need a coach. So here's the truth about coaching. Coaching, in my opinion, is one of the most empowering things that you can do. So coaching is not about fixing you. It is not about taking the broken parts of you and making you well again. That is not what coaching is. Coaching is about recognizing, here is where you are today. This is where you stand. This is what your life looks like. And then we look to the future. What do you want your life to look like? What do you want your work to look like? How do you want to show up in your life and your work? And it's the journey that we go on from being here in the present, looking to the future. So often people come for coaching because they're either at a roundabout. They've got options and choices, and they all seem like good choices, but they want to make sure they're choosing the best choice they could in this moment for them. They might feel stuck. They might feel frustrated. They might feel a little bit frazzled and run down and exhausted, and be just looking for someone to sit alongside them and say, can you help me figure this out? So when it comes to coaching, the metaphor I like to use for people is to imagine yourself being in a car. So you are the coachee, you are the person in the driver's seat. You are behind the wheel, very much in the driver's seat, and you are dictating where we travel. My job is to sit in the passenger seat alongside you as your co-pilot. So I become the voice of your conscience in some respects, is what I normally say to clients. So I might go, oh, well, this looks exciting. This is where we are now, is it? How does it feel for you? What are you noticing from this position? How does it feel being in the driving seat? Is this where you want to be, or would you rather sit in the passenger seat or in the back? And so we'll explore the current territory, but my job is to just ask as many questions as I can to get curious. And then we will start to travel together. And on the journey, it's very much down to the coachee deciding where we go and how we get there. My job is to ask the right questions to help you get curious about the way that we're traveling and how it feels for you. So to summarize about coaching, you don't need a coach. People don't need coaches. You will never need a coach, but you might desire one. Hiring a coach and finding a coach you can work with, finding a coach you have good rapport with, can often be the most empowering thing you do. Coaching should feel liberating, fun, transformative. It will sometimes feel challenging too, because if I am not calling out your shit, I am not doing my job very well. And coaching is useful for times in your life when you know you want to move forward and you might have a number of ways you want to travel, but want to explore them more deeply to make sure you're making the right decision for you in this moment. It is really helpful when you feel stuck at a roundabout, when you want to create change in your life. It is really good if you want to do some unpacking and exploring where you're at in order for you to grow individually and for your soul to expand. So all that's left to say on this little series of videos is that I am currently offering coaching on a pay what you can afford basis at the moment. So I know there are a lot of people out there being made redundant, going through a lot of change, and I know I can help them. So I'm offering a pay what you can afford, and I am from £0 to £150. You just pay me what you can afford and we'll work together for 3 months and I'll help you get back on the straight and narrow. So if you know anybody that you think would be interested in getting some extra support, hook them up to me or direct message me, and we'll find a way forward of working together. Have a great day.